Good morning. Greetings, 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 and welcome to Heal Talk Tuesdays. This is Liza. It's so good to be here with you, isn't it? Welcome to beginning of June, and you know what? It's like this entire year has just flown by, hasn't it? For those of you who do not know me, welcome to Heal Talk Tuesdays with Liza. I am the founder of HealWithin, a place for healing within, because that's where transformation begins. By trade, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, stress management consultant, and I am here today. We're going to be talking about what is it that we do in summertime? That's right. Managing your weight, having your incredible body that you want, creating the body image. So all that I do is empower you to stand up for who you are. And I'm going to go deeper into that talk. But before I do, by all means, you can always connect with me, not only here via Facebook, but also my website, which is HealWithin.com, and also text SLIM to 818-221-2797, and I'll be more than happy. Actually, you can text, that's right, that one you get a beautiful audio recording, and if you were to text IMATTER, automatically we will be scheduled to have a 20-minute free consultation together. So let's delve into this and talk about it. You do know that I have a book called Stand Up to Slim Down. Why? Why did I come up with this title? Because I believe every single thing that we want to do to make a change from the inside, which is not only mindset, reset, but from the core of who we are, is to first and foremost believe in what it is that we want to create, what it is that we want to achieve. You know, you may not believe that it is possible, but if you were to change that impossible and realize impossible, when we separate it, becomes I am possible. You know, I'm not the first person who says that, but it is the way I announce it, I share it, and I also do the same thing for myself. So the belief system in everything that we want to do is front row. Number one. Number two is how to do it by raising your self-esteem. That means I believe this is a possibility. Now I have to start believing in me that I deserve this. That inner worth, the inner value, the inner tapping on your shoulder that you do for yourself is the first step. And then realizing that you're not the only one. So many have done it. So that means there is a method to this madness that we are talking about. And what is it that I am talking about is believing in yourself that when you want to achieve something and you set your mind to it, here's what needs to happen. You can do all the affirmations. You can do cantations, which is affirmations with movement, with body movement. And when you move, and when there is a feeling inside, and when you are doing the affirmations, that not only you hear it, you feel it, your body incorporates it inside, we call that what? Anchoring. So once what you think, what you want, what you visualize, and what you say to yourself is incorporated in your mind and in your body, then guess what? Everything starts working incongruent. Your body will do everything for you to achieve what you desire. Your mind has already set that in motion, and your heart starts pumping and saying, let's do this. So everything is working incongruent. Got it so far? Now, when I work with my clients, this is exactly what I say. Let us empower and boost your self-esteem so you believe that, let's say, dropping 30 pounds, 20 pounds, even 15 pounds, whatever it is that you want. Even the client that came to me and needed to drop over 50 pounds after years and years of just stuffing themselves, it became a reality. So, not only we peel away the weight, we peel away the emotional connection, not only to food, but to certain things that we hold on to. So, in my book, Stand Up to Slim Down, we talk about you want to make this change. But there's so much more to this. So why am I talking about dropping weight, losing weight? Because the words that you say to yourself also matters. So if you talk about losing weight, that you have to lose weight because you don't feel good about yourself, it's different. If you want to lose weight because of the Joneses or anything else, then that becomes a competition. Competition, in a way, is very good. But if it is with negativity, with resentment, then there is that negative emotion in there that no matter what you do, once you achieve it, you're going to revert back because you're not doing it for you, but you're doing it against something. So, lifestyle change comes to saying, this is where I am, here is where I want to be. In order for that to happen, there are certain things that we do. As a hypnotherapist, when you come here, one of the things we do is say, what is your motivation wanting to do this? And you may have exercised, you know how to exercise, you know how much the body fat is supposed to be, you may know exactly what you're supposed to eat, you have all that diet in place, and yet you've done the yo-yo. And that is one of the biggest reasons most of my clients come to me. Because it's that emotional connection to food. It's the emotional connection to whatever it is that they are holding on to. It's the emotional connection to, let's say, there is resentment, there is jealousy, there is angst, there's sadness. So no matter how beautifully the body looks, they may not feel good about themselves. So, it's doing this work, the deeper work, to heal what is the wound, the scar, the sadness, the guilt, the shame, all that, into a deeper level, from your subconscious mind, of why you've been holding on to. So we begin the peeling away. So lifestyle changes becomes to understanding, once I slim down, once I achieve what I want, this is what my life is going to look like. This is what my body is going to feel. Am I ready for this? Am I ready to become this beautiful person? And I'm going to give you an example. I had a client that came in wanting to drop weight. I hope you understand that she came in and she needed to lose, and I call it lose, for about 20 pounds, a little bit less than that. But her aim was 20 pounds, okay? And she was not that big. She was probably size 16, wanted to be a size 12. Okay, let's go by size. And if it's not by pound, because I work with size. I want you to fit in the size that you want, imagining the size. It's so much easier to know what size it is than the pounds. And the reason for that is because the more you exercise, muscle weighs more than fat does. but fat seems larger and bigger. So we do all the work, and as we're peeling away layers, and she starts seeing the difference, she starts listening to the audio recording every night. She starts going and walking and started jogging with the exercise audio that I give to my clients once they sign up with my 9-week course. Yes, there is a course. So doing all that, she was doing it, and she started seeing a difference. Lo and behold, she had a boyfriend. That as the boyfriend saw this improvement, not only in the body, the way she looked, her confidence, and she started dressing a little bit more tighter because she liked her body, the relationship started having problems. The problems became worse as she started feeling good about herself. And that created more problem in their intimacy and their relationship, going out or doing everything else. So as that continued, here's what happened. She started coming to the sessions, and yet she was not listening to the recording. She started slacking off. She started doing the same yo-yo, and then started feeling bad about herself. And guess what? Her language became the same thing as what it used to be. It's saying, you know, this is exactly what happens to me every time. I get to a point and then it doesn't work. So might as well not do it. After doing 2 more sessions, only, not on her weight, but on herself, she came to realize that she wanted to look good. She wanted to feel good. She wanted to feel sexy. Also for her boyfriend, that they have been together for 6 years. But as she became sexier, he was uncomfortable. So in order for the relationship not to suffer, she started slacking off in order for him to feel better, that the relationship was safe again. And here's why the work we do, when I call it peel away layers, it's not only peeling away layers of weight, it's peeling away layers of our own self-limiting beliefs. When I talk about stand up for yourself, it doesn't mean when you stand up, you tell everybody off. But when you stand up for yourself, so you can believe that what you want is achievable, what you want is because of who you are, and as you grow and love yourself, appreciate yourself, accept yourself, you learn how to communicate with your lover, with your partner, with your family members, even with your children, that as I become better for myself, you become a role model for them. That because you feel better or sexier, it doesn't mean that you're going to accept what you're attracting, right? Because as you become attractive, you may attract more. And yet that does not mean that your relationship is going to be in jeopardy. So then you start working on your relationship, or realize, what is this relationship based on? So it could have either way. And that is why the work we do is first and foremost you getting to know yourself, getting to know your strengths, your values, your ethics, your lifestyle, what you want to achieve, how you want to achieve, why you want to achieve what you want to achieve. So dropping weight, and I call it dropping weight, is very easy. But realizing that as I drop this weight, what are you holding on to is also revealed. What you think about yourself is revealed. Now, by saying all this, here's another thing. I don't know if you can relate to this, and it may not be only on weight. It could be a lot of things. It could be success. It could be any other habit that you have been holding on to, because habits are formed after you do something over and over, and it becomes an automatic form that without thinking, you're already doing, and as you continue doing it, it feels good for you, and it may be temporary, but as you continue doing it without cognitive understanding why you took that habit on, it becomes a part of behavior. It becomes a part of your new behavior, and that becomes a part of your new lifestyle as you continue doing so. Hopefully, by now, you are sitting back and thinking to yourself, what have been the things that I have been doing, habit, perhaps chewing on your nails, on your cuticles, playing with your hair, smoking, drinking, overeating, and I'm not saying don't drink, but it's the over-drinking, overeating, over the compulsive orders and the things that you want to keep in order, and yet you connect it to an emotion and you put a lid on what you want to express by suppressing it. So one of my questions in the booklet that I have, it says, have you been using emotional baggage or physical weight to protect yourself? You see, this is one of the things that we take on habits, is because it feels good, and it puts us, pardon me for that, puts you in a comfort zone. And that comfort zone becomes more comfortable as the days go by, weeks go by, months go by, and next thing you know is, I feel so comfortable in here that this is who I am. I'm an introvert, or I've become more an introvert. I've become more cocooning. I'm eating because it feels good. And maybe you are hurting and you're having a hard time letting go of something. And instead of realizing what it is you're having a hard time letting go, and it could be grieving about something else, without realizing, you add on more weight on yourself because you start eating away. So the work that we do is not so much what you eat, but what's eating at you. And when you look at certain things, another question in the book is, do you hide your weaknesses from the world and try, the imperative word, try to handle them on your own, alone? You know, some people hide food or like to eat by themselves so that no one is watching, so that no one can judge or criticize not only their body, the way they look, the way they sound, or even the way they eat, their manners. So there is so much about the core, the emotional connection to everything about you and your body image. I hope by now I have given you glimpses, a glimpse of the things we do, the way I work with my clients. So when we talk about Heal Within, it's truly delving deeper through hypnotherapy. It's one of my modalities. It can be another tool. It can be just sitting and doing talk and yet taking you into a deeper state of remembering certain things. Another tool I use, you see those are all tools and techniques. What we call them is NLP, timeline therapy, cognitive therapy, hypnotherapy. Those are tools that we utilize to do the therapy work. Okay? Yes, you can do all the exercises. By all means, I too do my own exercises. I'm not a hardcore, I'm not a gym person. I like to say that I'm not a group or going to the gym, but doing the work is very valuable. So today, that is what we are talking about, and I wanted to share some segments of how I work with my clients for them to stand up, to slim down. If you are ready for this change, summer is here. Everybody wants to go to the beach, wanting to put your bathing suit on, to marvel in the sun, and especially nowadays, it's time for a vacation, and that's exactly what you can achieve. So, contact me. You can always connect with me right here, call me at the office, or even text IMATTER to 818-221-2797. And we can get on a discovery call to see if this modality of how I work is one way that you would like to take on, and if it's a great fit together, or perhaps you know someone who might be interested in doing exactly this. Now, I want you to also remember one thing. There is this word called, there's this word that so many of us use, I can't. And if you drop the T, just the T, you will realize that you can. Because everything we do is a choice. A choice to love, to be loved, to accept, to feel appreciated, to be loving, and to feel good about who you are. For that, I want to thank you for being here, and by all means, I look forward to seeing you next week. This is Liza. God bless, and goodbye. May the universal light surround you. Until next week, bye-bye.